Friday was last day with the company. I quit it. I said, I'm done here. And on Wednesday, the president of the company came out to me and he said, oh, and he reached out with his hand and he said, I'm so sorry to hear you're leaving. And I said, I'm not. And he said, oh, you're not leaving? I said, no, I'm not sorry. And he's like, ah. And he says, well, why are you leaving? Why? And there are so many reasons. Nothing without a reason. Stet pro ration voluntas. Let my will stand for a reason. Yeah. I do nothing without a reason. I look at everybody. I say, everything. How's it working? And he's like, why are you gone? And I told him, one of the reasons is I'm an age. It's time to go out. I'll be working the rest of my life. Figure most of us will be. I need to find my people. I need to find people like me. And at that point of the conversation, people usually say, that's not gonna happen. I'm like, man, I know. None of us are like each other. Just some of us try so hard to be other people. And I said, I gotta find my people. I need to go out and do something that I enjoy doing, that I can share my talents, the skills that I have, whatever they may be. I need to be able to enjoy this. And he says, you got something set up? And I was like, no. I'm doing it just like I've done everything else. Drop in out of the sky in the black of night and go out the same way. There's a great big world out there, and it's even bigger than the one we're walking upon. It's bigger than a little town. It's bigger than a little person. We are all connected. And what can we do that will make things better for others and give us the self-appreciation we desire? So you go out and everybody gets so nervous. You're just going out in there doing nothing? Yeah. I don't like that. Not one bit. And there will be things that don't work exactly the way we want on the way. But I tried, God damn it. At least I did that. And it's this. This is exemplary of it. Look at that. Tony the Tiger. Oh, he signed the baseball. Oh, it's a Major League Baseball 1991. This, when I got to Kalamazoo in 2010, is a perfect example of this. I got to Kalamazoo, and right about the time I got there, I saw there were tryouts. We're going to have tryouts. This is an aggressive expansion. Going to have tryouts. And I saw the tryouts for the Kalamazoo Kings, the minor league baseball team in Kalamazoo. And before I'd gone there, I was in Gaylord, and there was a thing we called the bean field, because I dumped some beans out of the refrigerator onto the field at one point. And so we called it the bean field. And we built a little bench there where you could sit, people could watch. And we'd go out in this thing that was hospital property, a long stretch behind the houses there, behind the neighborhood. And it started out small, but we aggressively expanded. The neighbors started coming out and friends started coming over. And pretty soon we started out throwing pitches and crack. But I almost killed somebody with one of them, and we decided that it was time to start throwing the ball and hitting it. And out in the field, we'd have people out there, we'd just chase it and catch it. Most people weren't any good. I was pretty good in Little League. I was pretty good, but I was too small. And I went away, and I grew up physically in the Army. And my body being about a foot taller made a difference. I was leaping and jumping, and I was hitting balls further than anybody could, and they'd have to get way back. I would have to go way back to hit it, so they didn't have to fucking spend too much time going back to get the ball. And I would be running when I was out in the field, diving and leaping and doing feats that were just, you don't see it in Major League Baseball. And I thought, my good golly, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Put me in, coach. I want to be center field. You know, that where I could just run everywhere. And so I was good. And I saw the tryouts for the Kalamazoo Kings. And it said, you know, there was an age range. You couldn't be older than 28 years old to try out for the Kalamazoo Kings at that time when they had open tryouts. And I said, you know what? I had just turned 40. I said, I would sit out in the damn bean field with my cigarette and my beer, and I'd be running. And I thought, you know, I could be out in the middle of the field, center field, with a cigarette and a beer during baseball games in Kalamazoo, and it would draw crowds. Look at that fucker go. Look at him, he's crazy. I'm not. No, I'm not. And so for the tryouts, I showed up. It cost $30 to try out, and I showed up with the broken bat single. When I played with the St. Mary's kids, I saw them playing in the field back there on the St. Mary's field, and I was a St. Mary's kid, and it was the adults versus the kids, the high school baseball players. And they saw me. I came over with my bat and my mitt. I had a brand new mitt. It's over there. I bought a brand new mitt. I bought a first baseman's glove, so I had further reach. And they said, come on, Archie. They said, yeah, you were one of us. And I said, yeah. So I got to play against the high school kids, and they were pitching. And I used my bat, and I crack, high on the stick, broken bat, and I run. And it was just like to third base the ball went. I made it to first because I'm fast. And somebody said, holy shit, Archie, you just got a broken bat single. I'm like, is that a big deal? They're like, hell yeah. And so I took that bat and I duct taped it back together. It was perfect. So I had my broken bat single baseball bat, my baseball, my new mitt, and my cleats that I had duct taped together because they were coming apart. And I went to the Kalamazoo Kings. I showed up that way. And the woman at the table there, it was a gray day, much like this one. She said, you're over the age limit. She says, but I guess we can have you try out, but you can't play. And there was a guy standing behind her, and he's like, he says, we can't take his money because he won't be allowed to play. And I was like, okay. And I walked away feeling good. It was the idea of I tried, God damn it, at least I did that. There's nothing better if you look at the difference between not trying and trying. There's nothing better than being told no. It means you tried. You did what you could. And so that's representative of these people when I quit my job and them wondering what I'm doing. I'm looking for my people. I'm ready to share some of my talents in a way that makes me feel fulfilled at the end of the day? No. At the end of my life. And if it fails, well, I tried, God damn it. At least I did that.